reminder. Yay!
Yay!
Woo! By the way, dear audience, in improv, one of the things we learn is we embrace mistakes as gifts, and we go woohoo. So we make a mistake; it's not a big deal. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to suggest, dear audience, something that will increase your enjoyment in this class. If you know how to do this, don't stress over it if you don't know how to do it. If you go to your video icon at the bottom left and you click on that little up arrow and it says video settings, and you click on that and you scroll down and you click on hide non-video participants, then you will only see the cast on your screen. You won't see all the audience members, which can be a little confusing. A lot of the scenes we're doing will be spotlighted, so it'll be easier anyway. But for these things where we're in the gallery, like Brady Bunch, it'll be easier for you to figure out who's who on the cast if you use that feature. And if you don't know how to do it, don't worry about it. It's not that important. Okay, so we're going to do slideshow. And Gary, would you please highlight Pooja is our MC, and then we've got our slide people who are Abigail, Barbara, Marilyn, Ellen, and Sammy. So we've got those 6 people who are going to be spotlighted. The rest of us are going to get teeny tiny. And Pooja is our MC, and she is going to present a wonderful slideshow to our audience. But the slideshow the slides are going to be made by these people. They're going to be the slides. So to get us going, she's going to do a travel log. She's going to do a slideshow of someplace she's been. So audience, would you please put some locations in the chat? What are some locations that you would like a travel slideshow on? So type into the chat. We'll see what we're going to get here.
Am I supposed to be
Pooja is going to get
spotlighted too?
Pooja will get to pick one. Everybody should be muted, cast included, even the slide people, because this is a silent game. So Abigail, everybody should be muted. Let's see if I can help with that. And Gary, because I'm co-host, it's not letting me do it, so you might have to do it. Okay, so here's what I'm seeing so far. I've got Neanderthal Cave, the Alps in Switzerland, Mount Everest, and Mars. So Pooja, you'll get to choose one of those.
Okay.
Take it away, Pooja. Oh, Pooja needs to be spotlighted too, Gary, I think, because she's the MC. Yeah, there we go. Awesome.
Yeah.
Take it away, Pooja.
Okay. So hello and welcome to my slideshow presentation. And does anyone know where we are traveling to? Like, I had a beautiful trip to the Mount Everest. It was so beautiful. I'll start sharing the screen. I'm so excited for that. Chalo. Screen number 1. Click. And okay, I hope everyone's ready for that amazing trip that I had. Okay, so in the first slide, when I saw the big white snow, I was like, wow, it's so beautiful everywhere. It was like a bleached clothes, like very nicely washed, so white. Oh my God. And then I decided to start walking up. But what happened? Suddenly snow started falling and I was like, oh my God, I can't see anything. Oh my God, what should I do? Then after that, I didn't have anything to do. So what I did was I started walking again. And then I saw a rope. So I decided to hold on the rope and then go for a zip liner. As soon as I started going on the zip liner, there was trees that was coming on my face and hitting me so hard. Oh my God. But then
Pooja, let's have two more slides. We need to do these a bit more quickly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then after that, I was about to fall. And I was like, oh my God. Oh no. And then after I fell down, I was like, oh my God, that's it. I had enough. Slide number 2. Click.
Okay, new pose, everybody. Hold the pose. Don't move. Go, Pooja.
Then after that, I got so happy and I got up so strong. And after that, I saw a big bear coming in. So I tried to push him off with my shoe, like, shoo, go away. And then he started coming and becoming more friendly. He thought I was inviting him. So he started coming and licking me on my face. No. And then I decided to make him shoo away. So I took a stone. I was like, move, move. Ah, but then he was just looking at me. Next slide, screen, click. Then after that, I tried to become his friend and he was licking me. I was trying not to let him lick. But then after that, I slowly went and started patting him. And then he started climbing on my shoulder. And I was like, that was heavy. So I had to get him off. And then I was like, oh, now what to do? I need to go up, climb the Mount Everest. So then I decided, you be here, I'll go and climb my Mount Everest.
Last
Click.
slide. New position. Last slide. Hold the position, everybody.
And then I was almost near the freezing point and it was so cold that I had to I was shivering and I started getting fever, but I didn't know what to do. I started walking again and again slowly, like gradually. And then I took a flag out and started raising that. And then with that, I put the flag down. I took a plate and with the plate, I started playing the music. And after that, I got a sneeze. And then guess what? My sleep broke and I'm back home. I hope you guys enjoyed my slideshow.
Yay! How about a big hand for Pooja? So, audience members, you can show your love in the chat. You can put comments in the chat and show your love. You can also show reactions, but your camera's off so we won't see it. But in the chat, put your love and your applause for them. Thank you so much, because these guys are working very hard to entertain you. And on that note, I'm going to turn the facilitation baton over to my amazing colleague Gary for our next scene.
Yay, awesome. All right, this next game that we are going to play is called New Choice. And then for this game, we have Kat and Dee. So we're going to get them on the main stage so we can see them. And Dee is next. And so the way that New Choice is going to work is our players are going to start a scene, and we're going to get some suggestions for you in just a moment to help out. And throughout the scene, I'm going to clap my hands, and I'm going to call out a player, and I'm going to say New Choice. And in that moment, they are going to change what they said and say something new or do something new, and we will see what happens. So to get them started, if you can go ahead and put into the chat a few things, some list of locations, similar to what you did before, and relationships like parent-child, co-workers. So go ahead and do that now. And I'm going to get something to get our amazing player started. All right. Go ahead. All right. Here we go. They're starting to come in. Some locations and some relationships. All right. I love this. Oh, okay. Cool. All right. This is gonna be fun. The location for these two players is going to be Paris. Paris is going to be the location, and your relationship is going to be doctor and patient. Let's see what happens there. And so go ahead, have fun, and listen for me to clap and say New Choice, and then you will adjust from there. So go ahead and get started.
My dear sir, I have been your doctor for 12 years. No, Mr. Francois, I really have to warn you about eating too much foie gras.
Oh, I need to eat the frog wow. You don't understand. It is within my soul. It is within my heart. It calls to me in the night. Doctor, how do I stop the voice? How do I stop it?
I think you need to move away from your farm. You know, your
Cat,
chateau
new
is.
choice.
Oh my gosh, where have you been? My long lost wife. I have missed you for so long. Where have you been?
I don't know. I was eating frogwa and then I blacked out. And that's the last thing I can remember. And then all of a sudden I was like, well, wait a minute. I'm not supposed to be here. I belong
D,
in
new
Paris.
choice.
I'm not supposed to be here. Wait a minute. I remembered I'm supposed
D, new choice.
I'm in New York. And then suddenly I'm like, this seems very odd. I think I need to go to the doctor. I have this very strange headache and I'm not feeling well. My stomach's really ill and it's a really long way. I need to, but my doctor isn't here in New York. Where I have to fly back to Paris.
Yes.
So I came here.
What? You're in New York. I long for you. Please return to Paris.
Cat, new emotion.
Oh, 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 I'm so hungry. Please bring me a sandwich from New York. I need
And
a party
seed,
salad.
and seed, and seed. Yay, awesome. Give them a round of applause. You can put it into the chat. You could use your emotions or reactions.
Yay! Awesome. Okay. So next, we are going to do a scene called dubbing. And believe it or not, this is one that actually works better on Zoom than on stage. Woo! We're making use of our technology and our circumstances, which is a very improvisational mindset. So we're going to have Dawn, Sona, Barbara, and Sammy. And let's get all four of them on camera for a moment while we explain this game to our audience. So Dawn, Sona, Barbara, and Sammy. So Dawn and Sona are two characters, and they are on stage. It's going to be as if we're watching a badly dubbed foreign movie. And Dawn and Sona are the on-camera actors, but their voice actors are Barbara and Sammy. Barbara is going to speak for Sona, and Sammy's going to speak for Dawn. And they're going to have to justify. So if the voice people say something, the on-camera people have to make that work and justify it. And if the on-camera people do something unexpected, the voice people have to justify that and make that work. It's a justification game. So dear audience, would you please type into the chat a location? What's a location where this movie is taking place, this badly dubbed movie? We'll keep all four people on screen for now. Let's get some locations. We've got South Pole. Anything else? Below Earth, Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. You know what? I'm going to take South Pole. So this scene, that's the first one I saw. This scene is going to take place at the South Pole. Now let's get a relationship. So it could be, you know, what are two people who might be at the South Pole? They're two roles. Go ahead and type that in the chat. Who's at the South Pole? Santa and an elf, researcher, explorer. You know, I'm going to take Santa and an elf. So we've got the South Pole, we've got Santa and an elf. We don't yet know who is who, but we're about to find out. So let's see, let's give our players a chance to hear their voice. So Sammy, Don is going to be your voice. Let's hear the voice he's going to give you. Go ahead and turn your mic on, Don. Oh, I'm sorry, Don is on camera. I did that reverse. Yay, I made a mistake. Sammy is Don's voice. I love it when I do that. Don, let's hear Sammy's voice, how he's going to be talking for you.
Ho, ho, ho.
Okay, so we might already know who he's going to be, but it could be an elf saying that. We don't know. And
Sorry.
Barbara, let's hear Sona's going to be your voice. Let's hear what that sounds like.
Ha ha!
Okay, so Barbara is Sona's voice. So now Barbara and Sammy. Our voice actors are going to have their cameras off. They're going to be unspotlighted. So now we have Sona and Don on camera. Okay, and we're going to see this scene. Don's character is going to begin. Sona, you need to be muted. Yes, perfect. Don's character is going to begin, voiced by Sammy. We've got Santa and an elf at the South Pole, and begin.
Oh, oh. Everyone, get to work. We only have 200 days before Christmas. Get to work. Hurry. Hurry. Don't you understand? We only have 200 days left for the whole world. Get going.
Such a task driver. You're making us work so hard.
Oh, work so hard. We haven't even made it to the holidays yet.
Well, is this Christmas in July or what? Why are you so pushing right now? I mean, we do have a little while yet to get the toys made.
Yes, but do you have any idea what scale of toys we are dealing with? The parts, the materials, the computer chips? Goodness, the difficulty just moving into solid-state semiconductors alone is a troublesome. Dear goodness, the standards of what it takes a little.
Well, I know
boy wants.
I know there's been a pandemic, but and there is an issue with supply, but you can't build the toys if you don't have the supplies here yet. They haven't come. You can't make it up out of nothing.
Which is why I'm prioritizing all the simple toys first. Of course, there's a chain of operations here. Simple toys first to get to the little ones in the primary production countries, motivating their parents to get to work, and then so we can have our supplies for the main presents. Simple order of operations, which means get back to work now.
Oh, I am so tired. I'm just so tired. I wish we had a union. Oh, if we could just organize all the elves to work together and be able to vote on what we want to do together and have, that would be really good. I'd
Okay,
really like that.
Let's see the elf rising up and taking over for an ending.
Now-
Let's see the elf
Now-
rising up and taking over.
Now cease this unionizing talk at once. We don't have time for it.
Yes, we have to be able to unionize. It's only fair. Come on. We may be small, but together we can win.
Good grief. Maybe I should have listened to the penguins when I had the chance.
And scene. Okay, let's bring all of our actors back on screen, our voice actors, our on-screen actors. Yay, let's have a big hand. That was a very poorly dubbed movie, wasn't it? I've seen some foreign movies like that. Yay, good job. Big thank you to our actors, to Don, Sona, Barbara, and Sammy. And over to Gary for mystery intros. Everybody's going to have to go back to gallery view in your upper right corner of your Zoom. Hit gallery because we're all going to have to see each other.
Alrighty then. For our next game, mystery intros, is going to go like this. Our actors are going to go in the order that you see them on the screen, and we are going to see a character be created or co-created in real time. We're first going to get a name, then the next person is going to give an adjective and an occupation. Third person is going to give a physical mannerism. And then the fourth person is going to introduce themselves as that person. So it's going to get zany. It's going to be very wacky. And yeah, else we're going to do it too, right? Since there's 12 of us. Is that correct?
Okay, right. And I've just put that in the chat. So players, open up your chat box. The instructions are in the chat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, Gary, I think we'll be playing to make the numbers even.
All right. And we will kick it off. Yeah.
Okay, so this first character is named Serafina Higglebottom.
His occupation is a vet.
What is it again?
Vet, animal doctor.
Animal
Vet.
doctor. Vet, yes.
And
is there an adjective that goes with that? What kind of animal doctor?
Cheerful.
Cheerful animal doctor.
And the doctor has hiccups.
Hiccups. Love it. And then Sammy, act it out.
Hello, 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 everyone. I'm Serafino Higglesbottom. I'm your local neighborhood veterinarian. Now, don't worry about me. I'll take care of all your pets, from cats, dogs, horses, pigs. Oh, don't forget cows, and your birds, and your tortoises, and your possums, chinchillas. I can take care of all of them any time of the day. Just come on down. Excuse me for 1 second. I gotta go stand on my head for one moment.
Awesome. Yay.
Yay.
I love it.
Woo.
Serafina. All right, let's go to the next one. We'll start with Davida.
Let's see. Let's do
D, what do you got?
Coco Ginger Bottom.
Coco Gingerbottom. All right, Ellen, what is the adjective slash occupation?
Okay. She's a very poetic. I would have to say a stripper with that name. Sorry.
Poetic stripper. Yep, no,
Yeah.
it's all good. Thank you.
Alright.
Marilyn, can I get a physical mannerism that this
Keep
character has?
spinning in circles.
Spinning in circles. Awesome. And Kat, go ahead and act that
The,
out.
the name one more time. Coco.
Okay, I just put it in the chat.
Oh, thank you.
Coco Gingerbottom.
Hello, my name is Coco Gingerbottom. I'll be your burlesque queen tonight.
Yay, awesome. All right.
Yay.
Yay. And we're gonna do the last one. And Don, I'm gonna have you act out. And I will get the physical mannerism. So we will start with Abigail, first and last name.
Oh yeah, Trinity Jones.
Trinity Jones. Awesome.
Jones.
Sona, adjective, occupation.
She's a sneaky barista.
Ooh, sneaky barista. And then as far as the physical mannerism, they like to cover their mouth and nose.
Okay, hold on a second. Like to cover mouth and nose. That is now in the chat. All right, Don, you're on.
Uh-oh. Seems like somebody wants a cup of coffee. Oh, God, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. Would you like some coffee with your cream? With the cream.
And seed. Yay.
Yay! Wow. Okay. I think I've met some baristas like that.
Same.
All right. So, oh wow, I can't believe we're ahead of schedule, Gary. How often does that happen? Oh my
Hardly
God.
ever.
Hardly ever. Okay, we are going to do freeze tag. So Gary is going to be spotlighting people, and I'm going to explain to the audience how this works. We'll go in order, everybody, so you know your numbers. Be ready to go. We're going 2 at a time. So at first we will have Pooja and Barbara on camera. And audience, the way this works is I'm going to have them move around, move around, move around. I'm going to say freeze, and then they, from that position, they freeze in that position. That's their suggestion. That's their inspiration for the scene, rather than getting something in the chat. The inspiration for their character and their location and all of that and the situation comes from their position. So they're going to start a scene. Either one of them can start. And then I'm going to say freeze. They have to freeze in that exact same position and hold it. And then the next 2 people will come up. They will each take one of the positions. So we've got 2 new people with those same positions, but they have to justify it as something completely different. They have to be different people. They have to be different, so as I said, different characters, different location, different situation. So if I'm let's say holding a cat and stroking it in one scene, I have to freeze like that. Then the next scene that comes up is like, oh, doctor, my rash is getting worse, right? So I have to find another reason why my hands are like this. So you have to change each time. And actors, remember, do not hold the position. Find a reason to move, or otherwise we'll be really bored with the same position for every scene, okay? All right, so Pooja and Barbara move around, move around, move around. Don't plan, just move, 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 move. Move around, move around, move around. Freeze! Start a scene from there. Freeze, Barbara. Start a scene.
I just love being in the bouncy house, Cindy.
Indeed, Amy, it's so fun. I mean, you can just bounce around, and it's like you're actually like a ball. You're just going here and there. You know what I
This is
mean?
my favorite thing to do. I just love this.
Freeze! Put that hand towards the camera again, Pooja, the way it was. Your right hand was towards the camera, or one of your hands. Yeah, just like that. Freeze. Okay, so now we get our next two people, and let's have Sammy go ahead and take Pooja's position, and Dee take Barbara's position. And now we're going to say goodbye to Pooja and Barbara. Thank you for your service. And before you start the scene, I want to remind our players, goal is we want to know who are you, where are you, what are you doing, right? So we want to know who are these people, what their relationship, where are they, and what's going on. And go.
Hey,
Oh,
Daika, ready to get...
Sammy, you have to unmute. Yeah, there we go.
Hey, Daika, you ready to get pounded flat again? Another sparring match?
Oh, I'm ready for this, Georgie. I am totally ready for this. I'm gonna get you because I'm ready. I have been just training. I got my uppercut. I got my cross. Right. I'm gonna get you. Right. And then I'm gonna get you here. And then I'm gonna
Freeze. Okay, next two people. Next two people. And let's see who we got. Ellen, you're going to take Sammy's position. Marilyn, turn on your camera and take Dee's position. And once you have that position and you're frozen in that position, we'll say goodbye to the previous two players. So Marilyn, make sure you have that same position. Okay, new situation, new characters, and go.
Oh, doctor, can you help me? My hands are stuck to my head.
I thought I told you last time not to use that super glue when you were exercising.
Oh my goodness. Well, I didn't write it down and now my hands are stuck. What can I do?
Surgery might be the only option at this point.
Find a reason to move, you two. You're still in the same position.
Well,
Okay, I'm gonna go get my scalpel and I'm gonna try and come over here with the scalpel, but I'll try not to cut you, okay?
Okay, here I go.
There, your left hand is loose now.
I'm free.
Freeze! Good. Okay, next two people. Hold that position. Okay, so Kat, you're going to take Ellen's position. Abigail, you're going to take Marilyn's position. We'll say goodbye to Ellen and Marilyn. And we're going to have brand new scene, brand new characters. Who are you? Where are you? What's going on? And go.
Dread Pirate Scott! There's a ship off in the distance.
Oh yes, I see that. Is that the Titanic?
Oh, this is our opportunity.
Oh my God.
Do you have an iceberg?
Oh yes. Oh wow. Here's the life jacket.
Yes, thank you. Oh, the riches. Can you imagine the riches?
Oh yes.
Oh,
All the diamonds.
Captain Scott, I'm so glad to be sailing with you.
Find a reason to move, Kat.
How about you jump first? I'll go after.
Okay. I've got my life jacket. Okay.
Freeze! Next two people. No, freeze right there, Abigail. You're halfway out of the frame. That's perfect. Next two people. Okay, we got Sona and Don. Sona, take Kat's position. Don, take Abigail's position. Take her position exactly. Okay, we say goodbye to Abigail and Kat. Thank you for your service. And new scene with Sona and Don. Let's go.
Abby, you need to try this broccoli, okay? You have to eat it. You have to take at least 2 bites.
I have taken oath of no eating broccoli. I'm so sorry. I know you didn't know that, but
Don, say yes.
But As your parent, I am requiring you to eat the broccoli. Break your oath, please. I'm imploring you.
You do know what happens when a person breaks their oath. You know that, right?
You know, I think you've watched too much Game of Thrones, which is weird because you're only 5 years old, but you really need to eat the broccoli. Please, I'm going crazy here.
Could I make a deal with you?
No.
No, Don, eat the broccoli. Let's see what happens to this kid when he eats broccoli. Do it.
Just eat the broccoli. See, now was that so bad? Thank
Yes,
you. That's
it was.
all I ask for you is to take 2 bites. You took 3. Thank you. It turns out you like it.
Freeze. Now, I noticed that Paula has joined us. Paula, if you're here, you want to turn on your camera? Do you want to join us?
She's in a public place. She put that in the chat.
Oh, so she can't. Okay, never mind. So she's just watching. Okay, so scene. Thank you. Or actually, you know what? We're a little ahead of time. Hang on. Freeze tag. Okay, I'll tell you what. Freeze. Gary, you and I are going to come in and finish this up. So spotlight. Take your position, Sona and Don. I'll take Sona's position, and Gary will take Don's, because we have time for one more scene here. Daddy?
Yes, darling. My darling.
Daddy, I made finger puppets. Look. Hello. How are you? I'm God. I'm always good.
Yes, you take after your mother. God rest in peace.
I know. Since Mommy's not here anymore, it's my job to talk to God like Mommy used to.
It is. And you know what? I made some figure puppets too. Look at these. They're bears.
Oh, Daddy, you're so awesome.
Yeah, yes. Whatever you want, darling. Whatever. Go ahead. Ask.
Daddy, I miss Mommy.
Yeah.
But I love you, Daddy. And scene.
Yay.
Okay, let's bring all our players back. Okay, so that was freeze tag. And Gary, I'm thinking that after we do our spotlight dance party and our takeaways, because we're running a little ahead of time, which is amazing, we will have time for some Q&A with the audience, which would be lovely.
We will.
So I'm going to turn this over to Gary. We end every single class with what we call a spotlight dance party. It's fun to just dance and get out all the energy. Everybody's got to go to your upper right corner, players, and go back to gallery view. You can all see each other. And Gary's going to put on a piece of music, and he's going to spotlight one of us. And whoever is spotlighted, they're the leader. We're all going to follow them. So I personally think we should all stand up if we can, because we're going to dance.
Yes,
and always better from a standing position, I think.
And then audience, at the end, I'm going to, after I go through everyone, I'm going to invite you to come on camera. We're not going to spotlight you, but invite you to come on camera and dance with us if you want. There's no pressure. It's just our way of ending everything on a high note and having a lot of fun. And here we go. The music is starting, and we are going to start spotlighting. All right, we'll start with Yael. Cat.
Oh, Cat.
Pooja.
The Pooja.
Sammy.
Sammy. Barbara.
Dee.
So Dee. Go, Ellen.
Maryland.
Go, Maryland.
Cat.
Cat.
Again, sorry. So good. Abigail.
Abigail. Go, Sona. John. Oh, is that a cat? Oh. That's so sweet. Go, Gary.
All right, if you want to come on camera, this is free dance. Everyone, go ahead and do that. Also, go to the top
Come
right
join
hand
us.
corner and go to gallery view. But everyone, just dance it out.
Go to gallery. Join us, audience.
Oh, don't you dare look back. Just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said shut up.
Alrighty then. Yay, big applause.
Yay. All right. So this class is my favorite part of the week, and the dance is my favorite part of class. Okay, thank you, audience, for dancing with us. So to finish up, we're going to, audience, you can stay on camera if you like, or not. It's your choice. We're going to just end by having our players share in one word. I challenged them, actually, because we're a little ahead of schedule. I'm going to let you guys have up to 3 words. In between 1 and 3 words, what are you taking away from this class? From Zoomers to Boomers, intergenerational, international improv. 3 words or less, and we'll go in reverse order. So, Don, what are you taking away?
Keep going, y'all.
Okay. Sona, how about you?
Broadening my mind.
Nice. Abigail, go ahead and unmute.
I would say fun and entertaining.
Nice. Kat.
I feel connected to the world.
Oh, lovely. Marilyn, unmute.
Friends, fun, and forgiving mistakes.
Nice. Ellen.
Superstar.
Superstar. Okay. Dee.
Making more connections.
Making more connections. Okay. Sammy.
Be spontaneous.
Be spontaneous. Barbara.
Go with the flow.
Go with the flow. Pooja.
Community, family, improv.
Community, family, and love? Oh, that's
Improv.
Oh, improv. Community, family, and improv. Thank you. And Gary, what are you taking away?
Yeah. You are all super, 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 super awesome.
Oh, God. And what I'm taking away is thank you, everyone. You are all so awesome. Thank you to the players. Thank you to the audience. We're going to do our final thank you bow. We have some announcements, and then we're going to have some time for some Q&A for the audience if you have some questions about our program. So, players, let's do our final thank you bow. One.
Paula said share your joy.
Oh, share your joy. We have one of our players who wasn't able to join us in the showcase tonight, but she is in the audience. She can't be on camera because she's in a public place, but thank you, Paula, for sharing your joy. Okay, so we're going to do our final thank you for our audience. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you! Woo!
Thank you. Thank you.
You guys are all awesome. You rock. And I'm going to just make some announcements here and paste some information in the chat. So let me do that. We've got, if you would like to try this, our next 8-week class is going to be in the fall, but we, meanwhile, are going to be having a weekend workshop. Hold on here, I'm pasting into the chat. Okay. So I put our information in the chat. We have an upcoming half-day workshop on Sunday, July 10th from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Pacific time. We haven't yet started putting out the publicity on it because we wanted to get through this showcase tonight, but anyone can sign up for this class. Anyone who's taken class before or anyone new. It's for all levels, all ages, anywhere in the world if you can come on, on Zoom at that time. It's not yet even on our website, but it will be within the next couple of days. There's our website for more information, and there's our scholarship donation link. We have a number of our participants who would not be able to participate without very kind donations from people in the community who have helped out and donated to help fund scholarships for people of all ages who otherwise couldn't afford it. So all that information's in the chat. If you don't know how to save a chat in Zoom, you go down to the bottom, you see there's 3 little dots in the lower right. You click on that, it says Save Chat. You click on Save Chat, and it's going to be on your own computer. You'll be able to find it after this showcase ends. So yeah, let us know if you want any information about that. And before we do our goodbye song, we've got a little bit of time. Are there any questions from the audience? If you have a question, go ahead and turn on your camera. You can raise your hand. Anyone have a question for our cast members or about the Zoomers to Boomers Improv program? What's it about? Questions about improv? Going once, going twice. Anybody? Or you could type them in the chat. I'm looking at the chat.
I don't have I have like a comment or like an appreciation of improvisation that I'll share, and maybe you'll resonate with it. But I really love how it's quite confronting at times because you're unfiltering yourself, and so I don't know if you've noticed, but sometimes something may come out that is unexpected and surprising and shocking and quite subtle and nuanced and interpersonal. It's really curious. I that's one of the things that I really love about improv. So I think it's more than just entertainment. It's very good for learning about yourself and
Absolutely. I should have mentioned at the beginning that Gary and I met through a wonderful organization called the Applied Improvisation Network. I've been with them since they started in 2002, and it is a group of improvisers around the world now. We're international. I think we have about 8,000 members now. We started with about 35 people coming together in San Diego in 2002, and we are people who believe that the principles of improv are not just for performance, but they're for life. They're what help us work together with people. Things like listening to each other and making each other look good and accepting whatever comes our way and going with it, right? And embracing mistakes as gifts. All of those things are not just for performance, but they're for life. So, many of us in this organization, we use improv not just for performance, we use it for training and facilitation and coaching. We go into small nonprofits and government agencies and big corporations and hospitals and prisons and all kinds of places and do improv because it helps people connect. If we can connect across the miles and the ages and the cultures in this group, we can all connect. So thank you for that comment. Is it me, or Mel or Moo. I don't know how to
Yeah,
say it.
it's a either or. My name is Mel. My given name was Mel, and my nickname is Moo.
Great. Thank you, Moo. I like that. Any other questions or comments from audience members? Going once, going twice. Okay. In that case, I thank the audience for coming. We're going to have our final goodbye song, and we'll say goodbye to our audience. As the song is going, I think Gary will. Oh, here's Paula. Hi, Paula.
I have a
Paula's
question.
one of our class members who couldn't make it tonight because she had to work.
I have a question.
Oh, wait. Let's stop the music. Yes, Paula.
So I'm curious with you and Gary, your work process. I know you've been doing this together for a while, but when you're preparing a class, do you take time ahead of each class and then kind of go over it, or do you just kind of know what you're going to do and it's an improv jam between the two of you?
It's improv, but we plan. We meet once a week. We generally meet on Fridays to plan what we're going to do the following week for the class, because we want to make sure that we're, teaching certain principles and we're bringing in some new games. Gary, you want to say anything about that?
Yeah, and then in the spirit of improv, because we have parameters, just like in an improv scene, if we are going a little bit overtime, we might adjust things as needed. So yeah, we're not set in stone, but it gives us a framework to play with.
So in the fall, when you do another class, if a lot of the people come back, are you going to kind of elevate the challenges or the exercises, or do you keep it a certain way each time?
Yeah,
well, we always make it for all levels. When we first started this, we thought about having different levels, and then we decided, as part of our philosophy of bridging those gaps between people, we didn't want to have those levels. Like most improv programs you go to, you got to go to level 1 and then you graduate and go to level 2. We decided we didn't want to do that. So we have everyone from ranked beginners who've never improvised before in their life. So in our class, how many of you, this class was the first time you ever improvised? Raise your hand if this was the first time you ever improvised. Great. And who's been improvising for a couple of years? And who's been improvising forever, like Don? Don's been improvising since the 1970s, right? So we have people at all levels of experience, and that's part of our philosophy. So we always include some newer things that might challenge people who've been with us for a while and who've been doing improv for longer, as well as things for more beginners. But what we do is, if you're a more experienced improviser, we'll challenge you. Like I said to Don in the scene he was doing, I said, Don, say yes. I was challenging him because that's an improv principle, and he's been doing improv a long time. I would not do that to a beginner, but I know I can do that with Don, right?
Yeah, one thing to add with that.
Well, so I mean, but that's an answer to Paula's question. That if
Yep.
What we do is, if you're more experienced, we might challenge you a little bit more, but we want everybody to play together.
Thank you.
I was going to also add, since this is a practice, just like yoga's a practice, sometimes by playing the game over and over again, because it's all made up, you do get to see it from a different perspective, since there's so many new variables, like who your scene partner is and what the suggestion is. So I see it as a practice as well.
I'm so sorry I missed Don, Sony, and the balloon. Did anything happen? Like, did you give birth, or did the balloon crash when you were doing your skit earlier, the dubbing skit?
All right, you guys. I think it's time for us to say goodbye to our audience with our farewell song. Cast, please stay. Paula, please stay. We're going to just hang out together and say goodbye to each other. So let's have that music, Gary. And thank you so much, audience, for coming. You're all awesome. Oh, let's go ahead and turn on your mics so you can applaud. Turn on your microphone and applaud. Woo! Yay, well done, group.